Funny thing, really. I started this entire channel on the thought that this whole thing would be a fighting game thing, a fighting game related channel, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But I ended up scrapping that idea, and I mainly did that mainly for the reason that fighting games are not, they're really limited in the amount of things you could actually do with them. And by limited, I mean in the fact that content-wise, unless you're a very good editor or something like that, have friends or something like that to help you make content and whatnot, fighting games can be very limited. Then again, that is very fun, right? Especially when you're expressing your ideas in fighting games, like fundamentals and how to fight and all that, which is really a really cool thing to have, you know? I started this whole thing doing fighting games. I love doing it. I love talking about fighting games. I love playing fighting games. And I love looking at all these games, every single type of game, like from games from Death Stranding to games like Street Fighter. So let's talk about that for a second. Street Fighter 5, it's been going on for what, 5 years now? And it's been going through a little bit of a rough patch, but not in the sales department. I mean, like, it's doing pretty okay there, but mainly in the performing aspect of it. Street Fighter 5 is a ugly game in many ways, and then a beautiful and rather hot and ravishing game in the other. But it's funny because the ugly part isn't just Ken. Like, let's forget about that for a second. Literally everybody in this game looks okay. Everybody in this game looks cool. We all know that. Everybody's already talked about this, alright? This is blatant news or whatever. But I wanted to play Street Fighter again because it's been so long since I've played Street Fighter. Like, I played Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5 I've been hearing bad things about, so I never touched it. So I went in the lab, started playing it, and I had a lot of fun. And obviously I ended up loving Cammy a lot. Like, here's 20 minutes of gameplay I have in the background. If you guys want to see it in the future, I mean, who knows? We'll see. But in that time, I found a lot of the ugliness that this game has. But it's not in the fighting. Like, obviously, fighting games aren't all meant to be woven in the same, you know, clothing, but they are in the same factory. And by that horrible analogy, I basically mean, like, not every fighting game is going to be the exact same with the same setups and same everything. This game mainly, you know, it's all about jumping and whatnot. And I just found it very, very, very interesting how it was a different step from a lot of the different fighting games. But I really liked it because it's a lot different from Dragon Ball FighterZ, where somebody literally dashes in your face and then kicks you in the, you know, pretty quickly. But there's this one thing that I really, really hate about the game, and that is the netcode. It's pretty bad. A lot of people don't know this, or a lot of people do that actually care. It's that Street Fighter 5 runs on rollback netcode, and rollback netcode, obviously I'm not an expert on any of it, but it's meant to be a netcode that basically has U2 in the server, from what I believe. I could be completely wrong on this. I ain't doing any history, but it's basically meant to be a better version of the delayed based netcode that, you know, you usually see in a lot of online games and whatnot, you know, like Destiny and all that, where you'll see your friend jumping around and all that. But rollback netcode in Street Fighter 5 is very, very weird, and I've been playing around with it and I've been looking at it, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, everybody's time skipping. I don't know if everybody's hit or something like that, or, you know, freaking Dio from I mean, like, one of the characters kind of like Dio, but she's a little bit more titties than Dio. But, you know, that's a debate for a different time. But it's just very interesting how the whole game is very, very weird when you go online against somebody that has balls connection, you know. And I find it very interesting because I've never seen a game that's like this, because Street Fighter 5 is like one of the only fighting games besides Killer Instinct and Skullgirls, I believe, that I know of that uses rollback netcode, but it's so bad. But I've tried playing with it. A lot of people in this setting that you're seeing me playing in the background, like, a lot of them had really nice netcode, and it was a lot of fun. Like, a lot of them were very challenging. And for the record, all these fights you're seeing are in a row. So, like, You don't think they're edited. Like, literally, I fought and then I made this video. Like, it's nothing really, you know, extra there. That's just what happened. But I don't know. I had a lot of fun, and it was weird, like, going back into this game that I had no familiarity with, and going and finding out all these new things in the past 2 to 3 days, and it was just a fun, very fun experience. I know the whole thing is drawn out. You know, everybody knows about Street Fighter. It's been 5 years, and I'm just now going into it. But I had a really genuine fun time, and I just thought, you know what? Why not play this game that has Ken that looks like the bottom of a fetus, or the butt crack of a BB, and just play it. God, Ken looks horrible, but man, everybody else looks so good. Like, I mean, besides Ryu looking like he's a drug addict that came out of rehab and suffering his days trying to get out of crippling depression, I mean, everybody else looks pretty freaking not nice. Like, Cammy looks freaking great. Everybody looks great. Everyone looks great. I don't know why Ken got the end of the stick, but that stick is covered with dookie. That's all I know for now. But it's interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know. I've never had this type of feeling playing this. Like, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been able to play a different fighting game from Dragon Ball FighterZ, because I gotta be honest with you, Dragon Ball FighterZ, a headache when you play it too much and you have people that have horrible connections and stuff like that. Guilty Gear, I've played. Obviously, I started the channel playing that. Loved it. It's a freaking ghost town though. Like, it's looking like the Wild Wild West, but with just the tumbleweed as the settlers and nobody else. Like, it's weird how that it all transpires. Like, it's a great game, but nobody's there. But I don't know, I may just be rambling on. I just thought I'd make this quick video talking about Street Fighter V, how it's so damn ugly, but beautiful in the same time. Like, it's a fun game, fun mechanics. They're very simple. It's not too combo heavy for depending on the character you use. Like Cammy, she's not very combo heavy. She's like mainly a 1-2 buckle my shoe type of character. But I don't know. Gil came out. Don't think I'm gonna be playing Gil. Not really that fond over him, unlike everybody else. But I don't know. I have a lot of fun with this game. I don't know if you guys have been playing Street Fighter V. Give me some tips with Cammy from the gameplay you're seeing in the background. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go on that note and give you one of the rounds, full context and everything in the background. And yeah, we'll see what happens from there. But I'll see you guys next time. Artists of many forms. Che. Peace.